Hello everybody, this is me Martel. Decided to make a video today while I was at ironically at Panera Bread. I just thought we had an interesting conversation, had interest that seemed like interesting gentlemen. I'd like to share a story time with Martel, and that is, what would we do with $1 million? Besides pay all my debts and bills, I want to make interesting content, make interesting music. And I love what the person said. He don't really see himself working jobs for the rest of his life. And that's kind of the same feeling I'm having too. I don't see myself, I know it sounds like oxymoronic, but it is for what it is. Don't let a job define your life, I especially love in this generation that young people, had enough of this so-called degenerate woke culture nonsense going on. And also, you don't want to be pulling up with garbage for a check. No amount of paycheck is worth the disrespect. Yours truly, No amount of money is worth the disrespect for no paycheck, you know what I'm saying? Now, let me be realistic. Let me come down to earth. I understand some people got families, food, make ends meet, food on the table and all that, bills paid, and I understand that too, The reason I'm starting to have this ideology very slowly, because throughout my whole life, I've been working since I was, 15 years old. Now I'm 33, gonna be 34. And I barely had jobs to my name. A, I've been disrespected. B, I've been abused, verbally abused. Almost got to fights and arguments, literally on the workforce. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I ain't worth getting a record for a measly old job, So I've been trying, find ways how to make money while a job, but that's pretty much virtually impossible. And the reason I say it because I tried to sell my plasma for the last 2 days. This happened yesterday and today. All of a sudden I was denied. I was unable to get plasma because dude said my pulse was a little high, which makes no sense. Blood pressure was great, but my pulse was high. It was high by like 2 points. Like it was like, instead of be 100 under, it'd be like 105 or something, 106. It's like, I want to get away from the job mentality because, let's be real, this ain't no such thing as job security. Ain't no such thing as job security. That means they could terminate you, especially I live in the right to work state, So that means if they don't like you or they want to fire you, they can, they will. Then what, you know what I'm saying? And the economy here where I'm at does not do no favors either. It's like, yeah. And if someone say, why don't you start your own business? I don't have the expertise for that. Or the money or the credit, per se. And I won't draw into that. Unless you know somebody that's expertise in starting your own business, don't even trust it, And that's the thing. I live solely by myself. Here's the crisis with this one. When I live by myself with literally probably no support, barely any family, anything, I had to take care of a lot of things all by myself, like quite literally all by myself, And that's stressful. Especially, I love to create. I love to record music. I love to write songs. I love connecting people. I love bonding with people, Knows with open minds, And I think the reason that some of them don't like my music because I don't talk the mainstream garbage or anything, I talk social awareness, consciousness, so much more, And just pure knowledge, or looking for knowledge, searching for knowledge, And unfortunately, it's also like it's hard to break into the music business if you don't have no connections or no support system, which is true. And since I don't have that, I would not be living the dump. You know, because afterwards, you know, when you get older, your body starts breaking down. Then what? What if you can't do the work no more? Take it from me too. Also with physical therapy, there's a lot of people who just work themselves to the bone, literally injured, sick. Had to go over either rehab, physical therapy, and so forth. Take it from me, I was in physical therapy, and these people were miserable. Don't let a job ever break you down to a point that you're miserable and awful, you know. And I know that's a catch-22. Dang if you don't, dang if you do. And especially, I don't live in big cities, so that hinders me a lot financially. And the only jobs I see available where I'm at is all a bunch of dead-end jobs or temp jobs, and that's a waste of my time and resources, you know. So yeah, that being said, I'm just disappointed in the American economy and psychology as a whole. Especially, so there ain't no such thing as job security anymore either, you know. So what you gotta do? And I give my biggest salute to those who hustlers and all that, had to make things come true and all that. I just keep myself busy. If I'm not busy, I'm depressed. If I'm depressed, I'm suicidal. You know, there's literally nothing to do around here. Like, quite literally, it's an old people town where I'm at. If you're a young buck, yeah, there's some sports events and stuff like that, but it's like, as far as that goes, nah. And people here are very like anti-social here too, you know. I speak that so many videos on True Force Loneliness too. It's like people just very anti-social. They don't know how to socialize and talk to people. How you supposed to connect to people if you can't relate to people, understand where the people are coming from, you know? So, it's been a long time since I've done a video like this, you know? And it feels good to get it out of my system, you know? It's not healthy keeping it all pinned up and anything, you know? And, yeah. And that's the problem that too, socially. How you supposed to get to know people if they're not genuinely interested, get to know somebody? And that's the problem in America. Americans are very anti-social. I'm not trying to sound like I'm anti-American. I'm just stating the obvious. And the people that do talk to me are quite literally, and most of my audience are foreigners. If you check all my pages, as Mark Turku, aka, as well as Mr. Mark Sincere, my audience are literally foreigners. So, and I don't want to actually come off xenophobe either, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to go home in a little bit. It's a sad state of affairs. If you really, it's an artistic, creative kind of person. And it's really sad because you ain't got no outlet, no healthy outlet either. It's like, unless you belong to a clique or a group, you're pretty much screwed. So I guess that's just summarize it. I feel bad for creative groups that don't know how to, basically not conformist. You're not suck up or brown nose, you ain't gonna get nowhere, you know. And these people, it's really upsetting, it's really disrespectful to people who is creative, don't get no support, and people who ain't got no lick of talent, anything, get all kind of crazy support. So it's actually insulting. And I'm probably had to beg for jobs, beg for opportunities and stuff. That's just sick. This country going down the dumps, man.